my favourite, stracciatella ice cream. There we go, we have a chocolate chip, milky, silky, sugary dessert for Annie, and George has the famous blueberry ice cream in Davao. There we go, there's George. I'm waiting for my coffee. So enjoy today's vlog about OFW workers. My favourite, stracciatella, and a coffee latte. It's graduation day today here in SM. Lots of people running around in their green gowns. There we go. Anyway, so today it's I keep getting asked a question about OFW. Now, I couldn't answer it because I didn't know anything about it. I knew it meant overseas Filipino worker, but I didn't know anything else about it. So one of my subscribers, Robin, sent me some information about it, which was really helpful, and I started hunting around, and found out that there is an agency, a Philippine agency for overseas Filipino workers. And before you start looking for OFW or looking to go and work overseas, go on their website, because it is really, really beneficial. Really, really, really beneficial. So I looked at the website and I've deduced a couple of things. And those things are that 1.77 million people in the Philippines, as of today, are OFWs, and they contribute 21% to the financial coffers of the Philippines, because they earn overseas and they send it back for their families to improve the lifestyle of their families by buying houses, buying cars, buying luxury goods in the Philippines. But, and there are buts for me, there are things that cause issues with OFW. Not, oh, salamat. Very, very nice. Coffee latte. So I've got my coffee latte. Look. Oh, yes. Very, very, very nice. So what I also found was that still people here have a really, really strong family background. Their family culture is key to why the Filipino people are so happy. Other countries around the world don't have that culture. They think they do, but they don't. Yeah, on the surface it all looks roses, but one of the big things on becoming an OFW is when you go overseas, is homesickness, missing your family, missing your friends. The messenger can hack it, and you can speak to them, but it's not the same as going out. It's not the same as chismes and stuff like that. You can create your own little family, the country you're going to work in. And I'm not going to name countries, because there are certain countries in the world you don't want to be an OFW. Don't even go there. Don't even get on the plane. Don't even start. But talk to the Philippine Overseas Agency. Yeah? Because they got some really good advice. So, becoming homesick, missing your family, is what causes a lot of problems regarding, or the challenges, should I say, for the Filipino. Now, the other thing is, there is this challenge of, you want to do it so badly, and some agencies will charge you for the flight, charge you for the paperwork, and you end up agreeing to it all, thinking that when you get to the end of the rainbow and you're earning a lot of money, you can pay it back. Well, men get 20% more money than females as an OFW. So Philippine women are in more demand because it's a cheaper workforce. So nursing, housekeeper, maid, au pair, these are all jobs that OFWs go overseas. So you found that lovely job, and as I said, there are certain countries that protect your rights. Now, when you're talking about countries, you need to understand that the country you're going to work in has their rules. It has their cultural belief, and if you break that law, you could turn around and pay the ultimate price. In 2020, there was a Filipino who was accused of killing a child in her care. She denied it, but it went to court and she was found guilty. One year later, she was executed. Yeah. Talk to the Philippine Overseas Agency. It's one of the stories that are on their website of a Filipino who went overseas to earn her fortune and to pay money to her family in the Philippines, who got accused of killing a child and ended up being executed. She didn't get her dream. Now, there are some smoothies out there, not the drink, but those unscrupulous people, male and female, that will turn around and tell you that this is the best thing for you going OFW. They're not registered, they don't follow the law, they will tell you everything that you want to hear, and the job is so good it's what you want to hear. But these illegal people are selling you a dream that you're never going to get into. This is male and female OFWs, because the job they're turning around and selling you is about trafficking, sex workers. So don't take my word for it. Go on the Philippine agency website and have a look, because illegal traffickers will sort out payment for you, sort you out the job, sort you out your accommodation, get you through the airport, sort out your visas. The price is what? The price is you end up working in the sex industry to pay back all of that investment that they've turned around and invested in you as a attractive Filipino or attractive Filipina. Five weeks ago, over in NAIA, Manila, 6 women were stopped from exiting the Philippines because they were flying to Malaysia, and from Malaysia then they were flying on to an Arab country, and when they get to that Arab country they'll be used and abused and thrown away. So watch what you're doing with OFW companies or OFW agencies or OFW somebody you know who knows a person down the road that can sort you out a job. Because it might not be the job of your dreams. It might be the job from hell. And how do you feel about coming home and you got no money and you've been abused, your mental psyche, everything else that's not right? So there are good countries to go and work in, and there are definitely some dodgy countries to go and work in. The other thing you need to be aware of, and this one is a real hard one for Filipino or Filipina to turn around and comprehend. You need to learn to say no, because when you're working overseas, your friends, your family, your neighbours will all see you like a foreigner. ATM, all that money, and they'll turn around and ask you for money. The utang of life. And when it comes to paying you back, your so-called friends have more excuses than the government, more reasons not to give you money, more reason to avoid you, or in some cases totally disappear. that's the way of life when you become an OFW. There are good points about being an OFW, but the major reason you're going to work overseas, and the major reason you're going somewhere to earn a better living, is to improve your life. Not to improve everybody else's life, but to improve your life. And you need to understand the word no means something. I get asked, and I've been an OFW out of the UK. I worked in Saudi Arabia for 2 years. I was there to get the money to buy my house. I wasn't there to get the money to give to my brother, to give to my sister, to give to anybody else that was in the town I was working in. I wasn't there to put through the hardship, the heat, the long hours, the working from home, missing my family. I was there to earn money to make my life better. And you need to understand that. Because when you go as an OFW, you will meet new people. You will meet new friends. Some of those friends are in the same problem, have the same problem you have. But some of those friends might actually become your partner, might become your wife. You might start a family. So as you both work overseas to improve your life, you're giving a life to your family, you're giving a life to your children. Yeah? If you're working as an OFW and you're in a Western country and you're earning good money, yeah, you're getting paid in the dollar, or you're getting paid in the pound, or you're getting paid in the euro. Because the peso, Philippine peso, is so volatile, up and down, you can turn around and transfer your money back into the Philippines. You need to make sure you get yourself a bank account, because sending it through Western Union or Palawan means you've got no record of it. You send it, somebody takes it out and they spend it on whatever they want. As I said, I've done it. I spent 2 years working in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Easy? No. One of the biggest things I found when I was doing OFW was my work colleagues. Because they thought, because they were earning good money, they could become flash. They could buy themselves really expensive watches. They could turn around and go and eat out in all these different restaurants. They could turn around and start playing around drinking alcohol in a country that forbids alcohol. Two of the colleagues I was working for, or working with, they got deported because they broke the law. And they sat there and they were talking to us one day, and they were saying, yeah, but it wasn't, yeah. You broke the law in the country sees you as an undesirable, you can go home. They got rid of them. I never kept in contact with the two guys. I was in Saudi Arabia. I'm enjoying my ice cream. I was in Saudi Arabia to earn money to pick up the abuse and the harassment and the grief and the victimisation from the Arab culture. because I was an infidel. I was a foreigner that whose religious beliefs were totally different to the Islamic Muslim infrastructure and religion and race. So you used to have to smile, and you used to have to do a lot of eating humble pie, yeah, and you know it was difficult. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. I went through an agency in London. If you're going to do it here in the Philippines, you need to do through an agency, a reputable agency. But you don't want to be paying a fortune to go and do the work. You get your 6-month contract. My contract was 12 months with 1 month off. So that sounds good, though. You do 11 months and then you get 1 month off. Oh no, you do 12 months and you get 1 month off. So it's a 13-month contract. See, even I, many years ago, was baffled, but that's what the law is. That's their country, their rules, their regulations, their rights, their empowerment. It's a form of slavery, but as a slave you get paid good money to do it, or you get better money than where you come from. Now the other things that you have to deal with, and I've just mentioned it there, is that when you go to and work in these other countries, you will have to deal with bullying, sexual harassment, touchy, groping, feely, the pressure from the family, the pressure from the working area. And some people will turn around and say, well, I do an 8-hour day. Well, that's what most countries do, is an 8-hour day. But the contract you're going to sign could be for a 10-hour day or a 12-hour day, 6 days a week, 1 day off, which could be your religious day, your Friday or your Sunday. My country, where I come from, it's a 48-hour working week with 2 days off. You get holidays, you get pensions, you get medical. You might not get that if you're an OFW. Now, the other form of OFW is a seaman. Guys that go and work on ships, the guys that go and work on oil rigs, the guys that go and work on cruise liners, the guys that go and work on barges around the world. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of those jobs out there. So today, OFW, I've just scraped the surface. It is a minefield. Don't get yourself into debt. Make sure the company you're working for is a reputable company, and definitely read the Philippine Overseas Workers Agency website. Definitely. And listen to those guys, because they will protect you if you're a Filipino or a Filipina. Definitely. Wise words, maybe, from an old Brit here in Davao City. Take care.